Well, Prego and I are sitting out in the sun today, and we thought we'd bring you a book. Right, Prego? This is called Chickens Don't Fly and Other Fun Facts by Laura Lynn DeCinia and Hannah Elliott, illustrated by Pete Oswald. Up here it says, did you know that a dwarf lantern shark is only 8 inches long? That's tiny, isn't it? How about that some salamanders live on land and some in water? And we have them here in Tennessee. Sometimes Prego finds them. Or that elephants have a great sense of smell and can detect water that's 12 miles away. That's pretty impressive. Let's see what other cool facts we can find out about animals. And did you know chickens don't fly and other fun facts? Oh, you want to see the pictures? Prego wants to see the pictures. Well, hello. Did you know that female chickens are called hens and male chickens are called rooster? How about that there are more chickens in the world than any other birds? Or that female chickens lay about 1 egg each day? Okay, maybe you knew those things, but did you know that chickens don't fly? Chickens aren't completely flightless, though. They can flutter into the air high enough to make it over a fence or into a tree. But that's nothing compared to what the peregrine falcon can do. When the falcon is hunting, it soars high into the sky and then makes a steep dive to catch its prey, sometimes at more than 200 miles per hour. That makes the peregrine falcon not only the fastest bird, but the fastest animal on the planet. And we were just at a trivia contest, and that was one of the questions, and we got it right. It says, show off. So what's the fastest animal in the world? It's the peregrine falcon. One animal that is in no rush to get anywhere is the three-toed sloth, which moves even slower than a snail. Now that's slow. Slowpoke, the snail says. With their long claws and super strong grip, sloths are built for living in trees. Most sloths spend about half their day hanging from branches and the other half sleeping in those branches. Oh, you wanted to see too, huh, Prego? Salamanders are amphibians, so they spend part of their life in land and part in water. When on land, some salamanders can make their feet suction to surfaces like trees, so they can climb upside down. Spotted salamanders are nocturnal. This means they are only active at night. During the day, they rest and hide under rocks, logs, and leaves. Sometimes they even take cover in burrows made by other animals. Kind of like an Airbnb. They're borrowing someone else's house. You can find them under the rocks, can't you, Prego? Did you know that most sharks need to keep swimming in order to breathe? When they swim, they take in water through their gills and turn it into oxygen. But scientists discovered a place in Mexico called the Cave of Sleeping Sharks, where there's enough oxygen that sharks can breathe without moving. Phew, they get to take a rest. The largest fish is the whale shark. It can grow to be more than 40 feet long. But sharks can be really small too. Some, like the dwarf lantern shark, are only how many inches? I said that first thing. 8. So small. 8 inches long. Look at all the sharks taking a nap. A thorny devil is a lizard that lives in central Australia. It also grows to be 8 inches long. You would think that sometimes this small animal would be an easy target for larger animals. But as the name suggests, the lizard is covered with sharp thorns to scare off predators. Thorny devil is a lizard. Did I say that it was a lizard? I don't remember saying that, but tiny little lizard. The speediest land animal of them all is the cheetah. When its predators come along, the cheetah does what it does best. It runs. Can you count to 1, 2? And it shows that he's already at the finish line right away. The cheetah is the fastest land animal. What was the fastest animal? The peregrine falcon. Oh, you want to show us how fast you are, Prego? The big cat can accelerate to 45 miles an hour. In the time it took you to count those 2 seconds, that takes a lot of energy. So if you say 1, 2, the cheetah can get to 45 miles an hour. It's crazy. A cheetah has a long tail, but the land mammal with the absolute longest tail is any guesses? The longest tail? Prego, it's not you. She does have a very long, bushy tail, though. It's the giraffe. A giraffe's tail can be, up to 8 feet long. Just the giraffe's tail. Wow. They also have super long necks. So it's not very surprising that giraffes are the tallest animal on Earth. They're about 14 to 19 feet tall. Polar bears may not be the world's tallest animal, but did you know that they are the world's largest bear? Polar bears mostly live in the Arctic Circle and have large, flattened feet with webbing between their toes. The webbing helps them swim, and the rough pads on their paws help them walk on slippery ice. The polar bear's white coat camouflages it in the surrounding snow and ice, but under their fur, polar bears actually have dark skin. This keeps them warm by soaking up the sun's rays. The polar bear's only visible skin is on its nose. Where'd he go? He's camouflaged in the snow. Speaking of noses, elephants have some of the largest land mammals, or are the largest land animals around. And they sure do have big noses, but an elephant's trunk is a lot more than just a nose. It makes noises and grabs things like food. Elephants also have an extremely good sense of smell. They can detect water sources that are 12 miles away. Remember we said that at the beginning. The bloodhound is another animal with a great sense of smell. It is so good at scent tracking, in fact, that bloodhounds are often used to find criminal evidence. And that evidence can be used in the courtroom. Guilty. What did they find out? What did the evidence show? Can you figure that out? Did you hear that? That's funny. Big truck just went by, or a motorcycle or something. Did you hear that? It sounds like someone is laughing. Oh, it's a hyena. That's the sound hyenas make when they want to let one another know they found food. Hyenas live in a clan with as many as 80 members. Staying in groups is a way for them to protect themselves from predators on the African plains, such as lions. 80 hyenas living together, laughing if they find food. I bet that's pretty loud. Have you ever heard of a platypus? It's kind of a funny looking animal. The platypus has a curved bill like a duck, a wide flat tail like a beaver, and webbed feet like a frog. It's so unique, in fact, that when scientists first discovered it in 1798, they didn't believe it was real. They thought someone was playing a prank on them. It's like a duck, a beaver, and a frog. I think it shows that God has a sense of humor, wants to make us laugh. Like hyenas, platypuses have predators. And like hyenas, platypuses are predators. Platypuses have a very special ability called electroreception. This means that when they dive in the water, they find their prey partly by sensing electrical fields. The electricity helps them figure out where the animals are. Because platypuses have this sense, they actually close their eyes and ears when they go underwater for food. Bees have eyes, but they don't have ears. Bees live in colonies, and in each colony there is a queen bee. A queen bee uses her stinger to lay eggs, up to 2,000 eggs each day. Wow, that's more eggs than some chickens will lay in a lifetime. And unlike chickens, bees sure do fly. Here's some more facts. Bloodhound. The bloodhound dog breed is more than 1,000 years old. When they are born, polar bear babies are the size of a rat and weigh a little more than a pound. Sloths, although they are slow in trees, three-toed sloths are quick swimmers. I didn't know that. A salamander, if it loses its tail, it'll grow back. Some sharks lose 30,000 or more teeth in their lifetime. Most humans usually only lose 20. Have you lost a tooth? How many? How many teeth have you lost? Chickens are probably the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus rex. Now, I don't believe that. And sometimes when you read something in a book that says it's a fact, it doesn't mean it really is. Sometimes you have to check things out. And I like to check things out in the Bible. And so I don't think that's true. Bees see all colors except the color red. Flowers that attract bees are usually yellow, blue, or purple. A giraffe's tongue is... What color do you think a giraffe's tongue is? What color is your tongue? Kind of pinkish, reddish. A giraffe's tongue is black. Remember we talked about the thorny devil? It's about 8 inches long in Australia. It can change colors depending what it's on. Peregrine falcon, fastest what? Animal in the world, right? Make their nest in a lot of different environments, including bridges and skyscrapers. The female cheetah are solitary and usually live alone, whereas male cheetahs tend to live in groups. Elephants use their tusks to dig for food and water and strip back the bark from trees. And last fact of the day, hyenas. When a hyena's tail sticks straight up, usually the hyena is about to attack. When a hyena tucks its tail between its legs, the hyena is frightened. I hope you learned something today. I sure did. Chickens don't fly and other fun facts.